which has now broken out over the monks. What does it really mean? Does it really matter in the fight for Bengal Lok Sabha elections? Okay, joining me now is the BJP spokesperson and also Trinamool Congress and our own Komalika, who's of course dressed in the traditional Bengali white and red border sari. Thank you very much, Shishi Banerjee. Thank you for just joining us. Thank you, Riju. Nice to have you back again after yesterday. I'm going to first talk about this bunk issue. There has been a clarification which has been issued by the Bharat Sevashram that, we are not into it, we are not into the political thing and we don't have anything to do with it. Why is it that on the threshold of Lok Sabha elections, and with just 2 more phases to go, this issue has now been taken up by the BJP?
We have not taken up the issue. The issue was created with a well-designed plan of she's my Honorable Chief Minister also. Since till she is my Chief Minister, I'll have to call her my Honorable Chief Minister. It was a well-designed plan. It has just not happened. And see the timing, you perfectly hit the nail on the head. Look at the timing. And what does she say? My agents, this was a very, very overt. There's a covert side. The overt side, my agents were stopped. Bhai, till today, everybody has heard BJP, all our agents are stopped by TMC. Now, if she admits that her agents are stopped, haar nishchit hai. Now, where? In Bahrampur. And I'll use a term she has used. Je goru doodh daye, milch cow. That's the district of the milch cow. 65%, and there you could not put agents because of one sannyasi.
I thought we are going to talk about the development issue, but I'm going to come to you on that. But Riju, why is it that the Trinamool Congress then gets dragged into this kind of a narrative? Because if you saw during the state assembly elections as well, the BJP accused the TMC of being anti-Hindu, which I think in a sense forced the hand of Mamata Banerjee to prove her Hindu credentials. Don't you think if the Chief Minister had been a little bit more reticent, you wouldn't have given this issue on a platter to the BJP?
See, the Trinamool Congress strongly believes that any political party that uses religion for their political mileage or to garner votes are politically bankrupt. And in Bengal, BJP is politically bankrupt. So like the saying goes, marne wale ko tinka ka sahara chahiye, BJP wants to hold on to this Hindutva narrative to garner some votes.
But don't you also get caught in that trap?
Why? No, absolutely not. This is a narrative that is designed by the BJP to create this communal divide that the Prime Minister has been peddling from one stage to the other when campaigning in Bengal. But I'll say this. We have no issue. I am saying this on record. We respect institutions like Ramakrishna Math or Bharatiya Sevashram. We believe in the Hindutva of Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. But if somebody who's wearing a saffron robe is sitting on a political stage of a political leader, giving him mementos and doing political propaganda for him, then might as well do it with a BJP badge. Then there is no issue.
But why should we be so touchy about it? Why is it not okay? I'm just asking you. It's not my opinion. Why should it be not considered okay if the monk suppose shares the stage? After all, he's the Prime Minister of the country.
Yeah, but the Prime Minister of the country is not on that stage as the Prime Minister in the Prime Minister capacity. He is on that stage as a BJP leader. So we have no issues in him saying कि प्रधानमंत्री सन्यासी हैं. आपके लिए हो सकते हैं. आप बोलिए, आप मोदी का प्रचार करना चाहते हैं, करिए. जैसे हम तृणमूल का बैच पहन के CNN में हैं, आप बीजेपी का बैच पहन के प्रचार कीजिए. There is no issue. But why do you represent that Bharat Sevashram? Don't represent Bharat Sevashram. Represent your own self and you say that I am doing prachar for Modi. No issues. But I want to raise something else here. My question is, when we are discussing this Hindu narrative here, which the BJP wants to play, there is a bigger point that has been missing. We have elections in Mednipur in a couple of days' time. 35 lakhs were caught in a raid from the assistant of BJP candidate Agnimitra Pal. No, let me finish. But on just the next day, to give advantage to the BJP, the Election Commission has changed our superintendent of police. But that is not being discussed. Why? Because we are interested in discussing monks.
No. Riju, will discuss that also. The debate has just begun. Kamalika, very quickly with you. I mean, since you've been traveling, do you think that this whole monk issue can actually have a resonance on the ground in terms of influencing voters?
Yeah, this is in a slog over of elections. Such a comment definitely already it has started, and it will have some ripples in the in amongst the voters. That why this point of time the statements have been made, and obviously this has become a weapon of BJP. And though he's saying that BJP is not saying it in front, but definitely we have on 24th we have all the sadhus, a section of sadhu and sannyasis doing rallies out here. So it will have an effect in which side, how that we have to see. But definitely is going to have a ripple, something it is going to have some effect in amongst the voters.
I don't know if the ripple is going to be more political in the sense of the voters being impacted or in terms of the media narrative. Shishida, this question also I need to ask you is because the India bloc has accused the BJP of politicizing every religious event, the Pran Pratishtha being also one of them. Was there a need for the monk to be on the stage with the Prime Minister? Doesn't Riju then have a point that he was there not as a PM, he was there as a BJP leader?
The Chief Minister of this state goes and sits in a prayer meet of the Muslims. That is okay. Because I heard him say that she went, he did not come. Come on. She goes, wears a hijab. Who does she sit with? Imam Barkati. Who does she sit with? Toha Siddiqui. वो ठीक है. And here the monk comes on the stage, and what did the monk say? They say vote for her. They say clearly vote for her. They have issued letters. I can show you letters. वो ठीक है. Now the issue is, you're absolutely right. Why are we discussing this? Why did she say this on the 5th? Towards the end of the 5th phase, because she now sees 2 seats are gone, 2 non-BJP parties, Bahrampur to Congress, Murshidabad to CPM. And which seats? Again, the district which is 65%. So this is her worry. This is now I told you first overt, now the covert. The covert, the real message is not for the sadhus and the sannyasis. This is for her flock. Please stay together. Without your 30% en masse vote,
But,
I'm sunk.
You know, Shida, can you really blame a political party? I mean, everyone addresses their constituency. Like Riju, is this right? No. I'll ask him this. The point he's making about Mamata Banerjee going up to the Maulvis and going up to them, why did she also need to make that political point? Why did she need to use religion as that political point?
See, the problem in this country is that in Bengal we have a secular chief minister and the country has a communal prime minister. I do not understand why BJP gets this partial blindness when Mamata Banerjee goes and does Durga Puja openings, when Mamata Banerjee does Kali Puja in a house, when on 24th of
they say
December...
that she would not bother to do this earlier, but she started proving her secular credentials.
Mamata Banerjee is doing Kali Puja in her house even before she was in politics. Mamata Banerjee goes on 24th night to St. Paul's Cathedral, which is around the corner. That is what the Constitution says. But unfortunately, when we are talking about 2024 general elections. The entire country is voting to choose a prime minister for the country, and the mudda should be roti, kapda, and makan. What is the prime minister saying? Mughal, mutton, Mangal Sutra, Musalman? What kind of nonsense are we hearing? Where is the country going? When the Prime Minister says we are going to be the 3rd largest economy in the world, and on the flip side you have to give 80 crore free rations, is the country developing? So my humble point is this. We should move away from this narrative of this religion politics. We should focus on why BJP after 2021 has not paid a farthing for Manrega workers, which is a constitutional right. Why the state government has to pay for it? Why they have stopped Awas funds? Why the state government is paying for it? Let's talk about sense.
Before I come back to you, I want to get this quick word from Kamalika. Does this religion issue really matter? Is there a deliberate policy which is being adopted by the BJP and the Trinamool Congress? Because the TMC talks about Lokhi Bhandar. The TMC also talks about the Manrega money not reaching them. Does it suit the TMC to have a narrative on religion, or does it suit to have a narrative on, for example, talking about joblessness, Manrega, Lokhi Bhandar?
See, initially how the TMC started, it was absolutely corruption versus Lokhir Bhandar. It was absolutely not getting Manrega money versus whatever the BJP was saying. Obviously, the corruption, the Sandeshkhali, the other events. But right now, obviously, somehow this religion factor has come up. So, you know, the BJP and Trinamool Congress both are, needless to say, both are really working on it. It was not here, to be very precise, it was not here 10 years back. But now this thing is there where both the parties, to some extent, is working on this, which is there and which is a fact. We are seeing that. But definitely both BJP started with corruption and Sandeshkhali. Trinamool started with Manrega and also definitely that whatever the state has been deprived of getting any money and the other issues which are also very much important.
I just want to make this point. Trinamool Congress from its inception has never mentioned anything remotely religious in their manifesto. I differ on one point with Kamalika that we are also trying. No, we are not trying. We are saying we will give you Lakshmi Bhandar, we will make houses for you, we will give you the wages that are stopped by the central or the union government. We are doing politics on that, whereas BJP on the other hand is busy in this 70-30 narrative because that is the only narrative. And again I will say this, they wanted to bank on Sandeshkhali. But after the videos have come out, where their leaders have exposed their own selves and their top leadership, Shubhendu paying money and, 2,000 rupees is given to women to sell their, man, samman, ijjat for few votes, that narrative has gone out of the park.
That may be your version because the BJP also has its own version of the Sandeshkhali.
I'm just trying to say that. So when they do not have Sandeshkhali, they do not have other narratives, they will go back to their the formula that has been working for them for ages in Gujarat and other places and which has never worked for them in Bengal, that is the Hindu-Muslim narrative.
Okay. Beyond that, Sandeshkhali is a non-issue now for the BJP. It doesn't really matter. Have you been caught on a back foot as Riju claims, as the Trinamool Congress
He may
claims?
claim what he wants. I can't expose the name of the journalist who phoned me, who had done the recording. And he phoned me. And he said, Dada, why are you blaming us? Why are you blaming me? He's the person who did it. That 2,000 rupees, the young man who did it, he phoned me. When I told him one thing, my dear friend, you know what whoever has done, you are saying you have not done, very good. Somebody has done, yes or no? Yes. Whoever has done has rekindled the issue. He was stunned with silence. In Bengali, there's a very famous phrase, Ami kola khaini. This young man did the same. This young man is somebody very close to them. He was a journalist, he is now a party worker. And he phoned me, I can't take his name.
No, but we are still talking about the issue is that why is it a problem if someone from the opposition, and in this case since I'm in Kolkata, I'm talking about the Trinamool Congress, if their chief minister decides to go to a temple and then they're accused of being Chunavi or election time politician or a Hindu. So why is it a problem if the opposition does it and why is it okay if someone from the BJP does it?
No, not at all. You've said you're a Bengali, but you're not local here. You're not a politician, you're a journalist. For you, every party is the same. Whoever wins the election is, for you, you're agnostic, right? Even someone like you labeled her as Trinamool Chief Minister. She is Trinamool Chief Minister. She is not our Chief Minister. I call her my Honorable Chief Minister. She is not. She behaves with us differently. Now let me...
That is what they say about... Let's come back to the core issue. Why should you be selective in your outrages?
No, not at all. Not at all. I heard my friend saying things about how secular they are and how communal is BJP. One or two things. Till 3 years back, every Eid, the West Bengal government ad used to come with Mamata Banerjee with a hijab. Sun lijiye.
Okay.
Hear me out. When they saw that Hindu votes are now going away, this changed. This photograph changed. This does not change like this.
Did you also react to you on that?
He can. Let me complete. I'm only reacting to him.
Achha.
Let me complete. This is one. Nothing she does is without thought. If somebody thinks that she's even...
political parties.
Madam, let me speak. Madam, I don't interrupt you. And you're a journalist, please. Look, she doesn't say a word without thinking. Even if she forgets a mantra, it's thought through. There's a message in everything. She is very smart. She is very sharp. For that...
Is that a bad thing?
Not at all. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. But to say कि ये ऐसा नहीं है, Imam sit, वो तो secular है. But a monk, ये color, this is the color which pinches. Yes, she does Kali Puja at home. I will also agree. That is in the confines of her home.
That is, religion can be a private. Maybe he has a valid point. He says that when she goes to the Muslims or the Maulvis, you don't seem to be having a problem with it. If they decide to come and join the stage, then you suddenly have a problem with it.
No, कोई problem नहीं. हम तो आज भी बोल रहे हैं. We have no problem with this fellow Kartik Maharaj. Let him wear a BJP tag. Because why? I'll tell you. In Bengal,
No, but they are not saying that Maulvi should wear a TMC tag.
Okay, I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you. In Bengali, there is a saying. ঘরপোড়া গরু সিঁদুরে মেঘ দেখলেও ভয় পায়. That means we have had bad experiences with the BJP. We have seen one gentleman with 43 criminal cases don the saffron odna and from Ajay Mohan Bist have become Yogi Adityanath. We have seen that in this country. So that is Kartik Maharaj is also one in the making, probably, I don't know. But my logic is this. My logic is, I heard Shishir Da, and as a person, Shishir Bajori, I respect him a lot. He said that she is the chief minister of Trinamool Congress. In North Bengal, there were 6 constituencies. All 6 were won by BJP in 2019. 2019 to 2024, I challenge CNN News 18 live. If you can show me in all those 6 constituencies, even a BJP supporter has been deprived of Kanyasri, Ruposri or Lakshmir Bhandar, I will not ask for votes for Trinamool Congress. So please don't lie on national TV. She is the Chief Minister of Bengal. We have done whatever needs to be done. They choose to do politics over religion. That is their problem. Can't care less. We will do politics over roti, kapda and makhan. Simple.
House after house, village after village, chinnit kore, they are being identified. They are BJP voters out.
And is there proof of that?
Yes, there's proof even in the city. Even in the city. Second, he touched the point of Manrega. That they are not getting money, it's their right. Of course it's their right. Of course it's their right. It's government of India's money, no? Not anybody's money. It's taxpayers' money. It's Janta's money. My chief minister, I still call her my chief minister. My chief minister says, हिशेब मांगने भी ना, हिसाब नहीं मांगोगे, हम हिसाब नहीं देंगे. भाई कैसे आपको मिलेगा? राजकोष का पैसा है. Madam, please, you're not. Leave it to us. So now the thing is this, that she has said this on camera. Ask the AG here.
Okay, but I think Riju disagrees with you on that. So I need to give him a
yes,
point. Yeah, Riju, your rebuttal. Do you have a rebuttal to this?
My question is this. The union government has sent exactly 185 teams. They have done their bit. Abhishek Banerjee started an Andolan for the Manrega funds. Abhishek Banerjee went to Delhi with the entire cabinet. We all went. He went to meet the deputy minister there. The deputy minister ran away from the back door. Giriraj Singh, even though he was in Delhi, he said, I am in Patna. He lied. The Mamata Banerjee with Abhishek Banerjee and the senior MPs met the Prime Minister of India and gave the hisab. Not once, twice. Once in Bengal, second time in Delhi. After that, the Pradhan Mantri said, and this is what Mamata Banerjee said in a press conference outside Delhi after meeting the Prime Minister, that I have given the nitty-gritty of the demands to him, and he said, I am going to send it to the respective department and you will get it. We have approached the governor. The governor said, I have sent my demands, that yes, it's correct and it should be met. Why is it not met? Because I'll tell you.
Quickly,
because
time,
BJP knows they cannot win Bengal, so they are doing this stepmotherly attitude with the people of Bengal because they will never get votes from Bengal. They have failed to understand Bengal, the ethos of Bengal, the pulse of Bengal. That is their problem.
4th June. 4th June is the day when we'll actually come to know Doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani, as they say, Bengali Asmita, Bengali pride, Bohiragoto or an outsider tag on the BJP. Manrega, will that be the real issue or will votes actually come on religion and monk? That is the big question. We go into a break, but news continues over here on CNN News 18.
Metal can be seen wedged between trees at a site said to be the wreckage of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi's helicopter on Monday. The footage from a Turkish broadcaster showed parts of the destroyed aircraft in a misty, forested area. Officials in state media on Monday said Raisi, a hardliner seen as a potential successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed along with 6 others aboard the helicopter after it crashed in poor weather in mountains near the Azerbaijan border. Supreme Leader Khamenei, who holds ultimate power with a final say on foreign policy and Iran's nuclear program, announced 5 days of public mourning and said First Vice President Mohammad Makbar would take over as interim president. In the first cabinet meeting after the crash, the acting leader vowed the incident would not interrupt the government's operations.
This
is a serious incident for all of us. It is sad and upsetting. But in the interests of the country and our people, we won't have any disruption. The country will continue moving forward under this leadership. Everyone should continue on with their roles despite this incident. In no way will this tragic incident interfere with the government and the running of our country.
The crash comes at a time of growing dissent within Iran over an array of political, social, and economic crises. Iran's clerical rulers face international pressure over Tehran's disputed nuclear program and its deepening military ties with Russia during the war in Ukraine. Iranians in exile in Berlin celebrated the president's death, while the head of a Paris-based Iranian opposition group told Reuters that Raisi's death represents an enormous and serious strategic blow to the mullah's supreme leader Ali Khamenei and the entire regime. The United Nations held a moment of silence for Raisi Monday, while leaders around the globe expressed their condolences, including Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan, who said earlier it sent rescue teams to assist, while even the U.S. offered to help after receiving a request from Iran, according to State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller.
I'm not going to get into the details, but we were asked by the Iranian government for assistance. We said that we would be willing to assist. It's something that we would do with respect to any government in this situation. Ultimately, largely for logistical reasons, we weren't able to provide that assistance.
The U.S. government offered condolences to the Iranian people, though a White House spokesperson said Raisi had blood on his hands for supporting extremist groups in the region. An Israeli official who requested anonymity told Reuters it was not involved in the crash, while the U.S. said it played no role either.
An unprecedented and historic election. A vote that decides Bharat's quest for greatness.
A mandate that paves the way for 1 billion aspirations.
A verdict the world is watching closely.
A battle for a rising Bharat's glorious future. Battle for Bharat. Elections equals CNN News 18.
فلذا فرمودن سوره 5 رو بخونید. امام صادق فرمودن
همتی از پرتو خورشید حق ما خادمان ملت غریب بذار که بی پرده بگم امام رضا دیوونتم یا حسین.
خب از این خبر همه ناراحت شدیم. بالاخره یک رئیس جمهور مردمی و
Welcome back, but we're going to take a detour from Bengal to the tragic but horrific story of two people who lost their lives because they were run over by a young person who was a minor. Well, the news which is now coming in is that the two pubs which served alcohol to the minor in defiance of the policies have now been sealed down. Remember, there is a code which is in place which actually is flaunted by every pub that below the age of 18, any minor is not going to be served alcohol. Let me go across to my colleague Yesha, who's getting us all these details. Yesha, despite the fact that there are rules in place, when you give a license, you're not supposed to serve alcohol to minors. Clearly, these two pubs have violated that policy. First, one, what it led up to was the CCTV footage, and second, of course, has a larger directive now been reissued and a reminder sent to all the pubs?
So yes, in fact, particularly in Pune, now when you speak of this pub, the pub Cozy, which is one of the places which was serving alcohol, now they've been shut. The excise department has issued notice and asked them to shut just because they were serving alcohol to those below the age of 18. Now, not only that, but in today's hearing, particularly before the magistrate court, where three bar owners and managers who were responsible for this instance, they were produced before the court because they were arrested by Pune police. The court also came down heavily on these bar owners. In fact, they said that the responsibility of ensuring that those who are drunk lies also on the bar owners, because someone who comes into a bar, takes a drink, will not go walking back home. So a statement something like on the lines that if they really cannot look into whom they are serving alcohol to, then they should have provisions to ensure that those who are going back home, including in their vehicle, or they should be provided with this facility to be staying in the bar. They cannot be on the streets having alcohol and driving vehicles. This was a kind of statement, a strong statement that came out from the magistrate court as well towards the bar owners, because they said that it was not their responsibility for what happened on the streets. Particularly now, 2 days after the incident that took place at Kalyani Nagar in Pune early on Sunday morning, 2 days after that, we are seeing a strong statement being put out not only by excise department but also by the court. And this comes in only after 2 lives have been lost because of a drunk driving instance wherein a minor was involved. In this case as well, we've seen that the Pune police has also approached the court stating that, yes, Pallavi.
Okay, thank you. Yesha, do hold on. Let's go across to the live press conference by the Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, who's in fact speaking on this issue.
गंभीर घटना घडली, त्या घटनेच्या संदर्भात आपल्याला कल्पना आहे की एका अगदी संघर्षित मुलाने गाडी चालवत असताना त्या ठिकाणी ॲक्सिडेंट केला आणि 2 लोकांचा, एक तरुण आणि एक तरुणी यांचा त्याच्यामध्ये मृत्यू झाला. आणि त्यानंतर घडलेल्या ज्या घटना आहेत या संदर्भात लोकांमध्ये देखील एक संताप आणि नाराजी ही आपल्याला पाहायला मिळाली.
There have been several people
या संदर्भात
who have been unhappy with the incidents that took place. There's been a discontent among people.
बैठक घेतली. आतापर्यंत काय घडलेलं आहे, पुढची ऍक्शन काय
I have met the commissioner of police.
त्यासोबत अशा घटना घडू नये म्हणून प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह काय करता येईल
Asked him
अशा सर्वच बाबतीत चर्चा
about
झाली.
what is the action that's taken and what can be the preventive measures that can be taken by us.
पोलिसांनी कारवाई करत जो काही
Particularly after this incident took
रिमांडचा
place,
ज्युव्हेनाईल जस्टिस बोर्डकडे सबमिट केला होता. एकतर
police
त्याच्यामध्ये
had submitted an application before the Juvenile Justice Board.
आयपीसीचा कलम
Clearly, 304 under IPC section, that's a culpable homicide section that has been mentioned in the FIR.
आणि स्पष्टपणे हे दिलेलं आहे की हा जो
It has been
काही
clearly mentioned that
मुलगा आहे हा 17 वर्ष 8
the
महिन्याचा
accused in
असल्यामुळे
this case,
निर्भया कांडानंतर
the accused in this case is 17 years, 8 months old.
आणि 16 वर्षाच्या वरचे जी मुलं असतील त्यांना हिनियस क्राईम मध्ये
There was an
ॲडल्ट म्हणून
amendment that was
ट्रीट
made
केलं जाऊ शकतं. या संदर्भात
wherein those above the
ही रिमांड
age of
ऍप्लिकेशन
16
देखील माझ्याकडे आहे.
can be tried in the
अतिशय
heinous crime.
स्पष्टपणे हा मुद्दा मांडलेला आहे आणि याला ॲडल्ट ट्रीट करा आणि
I
हा
have an
304
application
A नाही
regarding
तर हा
that.
304च आहे. अशा प्रकारे पोलिसांनी त्या ठिकाणी
It is not 302,
प्रेस केलं होतं.
3042, but 304 particularly.
दुर्दैवाने ज्युव्हेनाईल जस्टिस बोर्डने त्याच्यामध्ये वेगळी भूमिका
Sadly, the
घेतली
Juvenile Justice Board
आणि
took a different stance on
ॲडल्ट
it
ट्रीट करण्याचा जो अर्ज आहे तो नुसता सीन अँड फाईन
and to treat him as
अशा
an
प्रकारे
adult
बाजूला ठेवला आणि
was kept
रिमांडच्या
aside,
अर्जावर
set aside,
त्यांनी
and on the basis of the remand,
मला असं वाटतं की अतिशय लिनियंट अशा प्रकारचा व्ह्यू घेत
they've taken an extremely lenient stance.
15 दिवस सोशल सर्व्हिस करा आणि त्यांनी डी ॲडिक्शन करा
Social service,
अशा प्रकारच्या गोष्टी त्यामध्ये लिहिल्या.
de-addiction, these are the
खरं म्हणजे
clauses
हा
that have been mentioned by them.
पोलिसांकरता देखील एक धक्का होता कारण अशा प्रकारच्या प्रकरणांमध्ये जिथे पोलिसांनी सगळे पुरावे दिले.
Okay, there's more news coming in, and this gets even more shocking. The car which hit and killed those two people was actually purchased from Bengaluru, and also we are now being told it ran 600 kilometers without any number plate. So clear defiance and violation of all the road laws. I think Yesha is now back with us, and who's going to get us those details. Yes, Yesha.
So yes, Pallavi, the car in this case, in fact, what was shocking that was brought to forth was that the car with which the two youngsters met with an accident was a Porsche which was being driven without a number plate. Now, investigation in this case has revealed that this car was purchased from Bangalore, and in fact, it was driven 1600 kilometers without the number plate. Now, cops further in this case are going to investigate as to where this car came from, how it was purchased, who were the people who were providing them with this car, and why was it being driven without the number plate. All of this is being accessed, all of this is a part of the investigation by the cops. Apart from that, the investigation also would reveal now about how this car was being driven by a minor, and while the driver was sitting behind. So all of this is a part of the investigation by the cops. Apart from that, there have been various allegations that have been levelled against the Yerwada police at the Yerwada police station, stating that they've shown certain leniency in this case, stating there was certain political intervention in this case. And apart from that, there was also allegation that was levelled by opposition leaders, which said that while the accused was in the custody at Yerwada police station, he was being served pizza and biryani. All of these allegations now, responding to them, the Pune police commissioner Amitesh Kumar has said that that he does not really accept these allegations, but in case any such leniency has been shown or any kind of favor that has been done to the accused, then an ACP level officer would also be inquiring into this case. So yes, the case details get even more complex. The case gets even more complicated, even as we see that there are several allegations that are being levelled. And amidst all of this, we've seen that the Home Minister Devendra Fadnavis has also visited the Pune Commissioner Amitesh Kumar and has spoken to him about this issue. Yes.
Not just complex, Yesha, it is actually getting outrageous and how they were allowed to let go in the first place. But I think the news could be tightening further and further. Thank you very much, Yesha, for getting us all those inside details. We go into a break now, but the election yatra continues.
رئیس جمهور خستگی ناپذیرمون رو از دست دادیم و انشالله که خدا به مردم ایران صبر بده. مطمئنا دشمنان سوء استفاده خودشونو میخوان بکنن. خبرهای امروز اسرائیل، آمریکا و انگلیس خودشون رو نشون دادن، همونطور که در موضوعات دیگر در این کشور اتفاق افتاده خودشون رو نشون دادن و مطمئنا ملت ایران قوی‌تر و بهتر نسبت به گذشته انشالله پیش خواهیم رفت.
با همه گیر و گرفتاریاشون پای خادمای شما ایستادن.
قطعاً میتونه مدیریت کنه. ما از این مراحل سخت‌تر هم داشتیم. اولین رئیس جمهور شهیدمون نبوده. مطمئناً هم از این حادثه با همیشه سربلند رد میشیم.
و حرف پیام این ملت رو چی جوری به همه دنیا رسون؟
کسی به من میگفت خوش به حالم کشتن همه اهالی ایران. نوکرای امام حسین میخوان بخونن به این زن بدن، اما برای همه مونه.
تو روابط تونیس رو اصلاح کن به تعبیر مولا امیرالمومنین.
Ve burada görüyorsunuz helikopterin
میتونه یک راه بسیار خوب امنی رو برای ترانزیت کالا برای
Elections impact Bharat's rise in the world. Join me, Nalin Mehta, for the most dynamic and distinctive coverage, unrivaled political punditry, and the sharpest election analysis. Elections equals CNN News 18.
این حادثه سنگینیه برای همه ما، در حقیقت مورد تأسف و تأثر.
انشاءالله خود سربازان شهید سلیمانی این کار رو انجام خواهند داد.
Debris and mangled metal can be seen wedged between trees at a site said to be the wreckage of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi's helicopter on Monday. The footage from a Turkish broadcaster showed parts of the destroyed aircraft in a misty forested area. Officials in state media on Monday said Raisi, a hardliner seen as a potential successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed along with 6 others aboard the helicopter after it crashed in poor weather in mountains near the Azerbaijan border. Supreme Leader Khamenei, who holds ultimate power with a final say on foreign policy and Iran's nuclear program, announced 5 days of public mourning and said first Vice President Mohammad Makbar would take over as interim president. In the first cabinet meeting after the crash, the acting leader vowed the incident would not interrupt the government's operations.
این حادثه سنگینیه.
This is a serious incident for all of us. It is sad and upsetting, but in the interests of the country and our people, we won't have any disruption. The country will continue moving forward under this leadership. Everyone should continue on with their roles despite this incident. In no way will this tragic incident interfere with the government and the running of our country.
The crash comes at a time of growing dissent within Iran over an array of political, social, and economic crises. Iran's clerical rulers face international pressure over Tehran's disputed nuclear program and its deepening military ties with Russia during the war in Ukraine. Iranians in exile in Berlin celebrated the president's death, while the head of a Paris-based Iranian opposition group told Reuters that Raisi's death represents an enormous and serious strategic blow to the mullah's supreme leader Ali Khamenei and the entire regime. The United Nations held a moment of silence for Raisi Monday, while leaders around the globe expressed their condolences, including Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan, who said earlier it sent rescue teams to assist, while even the U.S. offered to help after receiving a request from Iran, according to State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller.
Okay, now we are going to come back to West Bengal, to Kolkata specifically, and one of the key constituencies happens to be Uttar Kolkata or North Kolkata. Over here, fighting it out is one Shudip Bandyopadhyay, who is a sitting member of parliament, and his one-time member and colleague in the Trinamool Congress, Tapas Ray, who's also giving him a tough fight. Kamalika Sengupta followed them on the campaign trails.
In North Kolkata is very interesting this time because Shudip Bandyopadhyay, who is a 5 times MP, is being given good challenge by Tapas Ray, who is a former colleague of TMC, joined BJP now, and they were arch rivals when they were in TMC. Tapas da, you have switched party. Shudip Bandyopadhyay was your arch rival when you were in that party
Not
also.
Not a rival. Okay. My fight is with Congress, Pradeep Bhattacharya. Shudip Banerjee is not at all a factor because the last 10 years he couldn't actually spend his MP lad. He never raised a question for this Kolkata Uttar people and Kolkata Uttar. In regard to Bengal also. Now he'll say so many things, but in last 5 years he didn't raise a single question in regard to this Bengal and in regard to this Kolkata Uttar.
You always criticized him when he was in the parliament. We were in TMC.
He is a person to be criticized.
Why?
Because he's a parasite politician. He never worked hard. He never did anything. He's not a product of any movement. He is not a man of organization.
But they are saying that because of the ED went to your residence, that's why you changed the party.
I don't have, you see, in my last 52 years, I challenge not only Shudip Banerjee, everyone who is in the TMC, tell me about a single corruption I did in my 52 years of my political life.
You have been in politics for so long and North Kolkata is your base. When you are contesting from BJP, what's the Josh on ground?
BJP, this time, this is the election of not state. This is not election of Mamata Banerjee. She is not going to become Prime Minister. This is the election of the country. The election of Modi ji. This is the election of Bharatiya Janata Party to rule another good governance, to provide good governance to the people of India. And it is the, time to come on 4th throughout India. There is the slogan, Modi ji is going to be sworn in as the Prime Minister of India consecutive 3 times. He is going to make hat-trick. TMC is not going.
Shudip Bandyopadhyay, Trinamool Congress Lok Sabha leader, is a 5 times MP from North Kolkata. This time again, he is in the contest. He is contesting from North Kolkata, which is known to be a TMC bastion. But this time, Shudip Bandyopadhyay is facing challenge from former Trinamool Congress, Tapas Ray, who is also a strong player in North Kolkata. We have with us Shudip Bandyopadhyay Lok Sabha leader with us. Shudip Da, we can see the Josh. So many people coming and garlanding you. What's the Josh?
I am on roadshow since last 40 days. I have total 60 KMC wards in North Kolkata. So wherever I am going, I am finding the people's support behind Trinamool Congress, behind Mamata Banerjee in particular. I am not the first time contestant. I have already won 9 times from City Kolkata by combining MLAs and MPs. So it is my 10th time experience. I am enjoying.
And the Josh is high.
And what I am feeling that India Alliance will come back to power.
Narendra Modi said that he will not do Hindu-Muslim politics. If he does, then that is the last day of his public life. What do you have to say?
It is the philosophy of BJP party to divide Hindu and Muslims for their votes. In the name of religion, they divide the vote, and here they are trying to do it. But people of Bengal have their own feeling, have their own guts. They will never allow to be compromised with secularism philosophy. We are the firm believers of the principle of secularism, communal harmony, and united of the country.
Okay, so this is Kolkata, which is going to go to vote on 1st of June, and all focus on this prestigious seat. Sushil Bandyopadhyay, 5-time member of parliament from this constituency, and at one point of time the closest aide of Mamata Banerjee. We go into a break now, but election yatra continues.
We were asked by the Iranian government for assistance. We said that we would be willing to assist. It's something that we would do with respect to any government in this situation. Ultimately, largely for logistical reasons, we weren't able to provide that assistance.
The U.S. government offered condolences to the Iranian people, though a White House spokesperson said Raisi had blood on his hands for supporting extremist groups in the region. An Israeli official who requested anonymity told Reuters it was not involved in the crash, while the U.S. said it played no role either.
لذا فرمودن سوره فجر رو بخونید. امام صادق فرمودن
Okay, they say that politics is like a game of chess, but I did catch up with some chess players. Now, this is unique to Kolkata, if I can say so, because they play it in the busy bylanes under a flyover right in the middle of the market. And most of the time, the players don't even know each other. As the election yatra leaves Bengal and heads to other states as well, this is the package I'm leaving you with, which gives you the flavor and the uniqueness of what is called the City of Joy. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone talks about politics being a game of chess. It's real chess which is really played out here, and it's actually very, very fascinating. Many of these people who are actually playing with each other don't even know each other, but they are also regulars. So, it's just under this entire bridge which you're seeing right in the middle of Kolkata. So let me just talk to these two young people. This is something which is very fascinating for many of us. You come here every day. Can you just tell us a bit about why the game of chess, what it means for the people here?
Actually, the game of chess joins all the people here. People of different age, different lifestyle come here and just play, and they bond over the game together. They can just watch here or play. Many people who don't know chess just watch the game over here.
And you don't necessarily know each other. Right?
No, I don't know his name also.
You don't know his name?
Yeah. But we just
so
know
you
each
met
other
here. You met here.
Yeah, we just know each other by face. Most people recognize each other by their faces and that they are good players or average players. You will not see it anywhere in India. I think you can see it in Russia. There's this concept of chess hustlers in Russia and USA, but not everywhere in India. The second best chess player in the world, Hikaru Nakamura, he's also famous on YouTube and social media. Wesley, so all these have come here.
They've all come here?
Yeah.
Have you seen them here?
Yeah, they've played here.
লোকরা বলে কলকাতাতে অনেক কিছু পাল্টানোর দরকার, কিন্তু আপনার কি মনে হয়, this is something which should not change in Kolkata?
No, we do it. We play it on a regular basis after the office hours. Once we come.
You don't want this to change?
No, why should we change? But after the office hours, this is relaxing. আমরা রিল্যাক্স করি, এসে আমরা খেলি সবাই মিলে। আমরা আফটার দ্য হেকটিক ডে উই প্লে আউট ওভার হিয়ার। আমরা এখানে খেলি, আমরা খেলার পর আমরা তারপরে বিভিন্ন জায়গা থেকে লোক আসে। People are doing business, people are going for office, and then they come down and they refresh.
But one thing I do notice is that different age groups and also
there is no age bar. It starts from 6 onwards to 60 up.
They say Bengalis love adda, they love football, they love their sports, and they also love their politics. What would you prefer, a game of chess or a game of politics?
So obviously a game of chess, never a politics.
A game of chess, key game of politics. Konta pasando korbe? Chess. That's the thing. I mean, as we are looking at changes, I got those voices earlier in the day of young girls saying that they do want more opportunities, but some things should not change and some things don't change. And that, I guess, is the beauty and flavor of a place like Kolkata.
همتی از پرتو خورشید حق ما خادمان ملت غریب بذار که بی پرده بگم امام رضا دیوونتم یا حسین.
خب از این خبر همه ناراحت شدیم. بالاخره یک رئیس جمهور مردمی و یک رئیس جمهور خستگی ناپذیرمون از دست دادیم و انشالله که خدا به مردم ایران صبر بده.
برادر بزرگوارم آقا حنیف طاهری عزیز.
مطمئنا دشمنان سوء استفاده خودشونو میخوان بکنن. خبرهای امروز اسرائیل، آمریکا و انگلیس خودشون رو نشون دادن، همونطور که در موضوعات دیگر در این کشور اتفاق افتاده خودشون رو نشون دادن و مطمئنا ملت ایران قوی‌تر و بهتر نسبت به گذشته انشالله پیش خواهیم رفت.
با همه گیر و گرفتاریاشون پای خادمای شما ایستادن.
قطعاً میتونه مدیریت کنه. ما از این مراحل سخت‌تر هم داشتیم.
Battle of alliances will personal equations spoil chances. Join me, Smita Prakash, for the most dynamic and distinct coverage, unrivaled political punditry, and the sharpest election analysis. Elections is equal to CNN News 18.
70 साल से
عمر شهیدمون نبوده مطمئناً هم از این حادثه با هم مثل همیشه سربلند رد میشیم.
و حرف پیام این ملت رو چی جوری به همه دنیا رسون؟
کسی به من میگفت خوش به حالم کشتن همه اهالی ایران نوکرای امام حسین میخوان بخونن بیزن بدن اما برای همه مونه
تو روابط تونیس رو اصلاح کن به تعبیر مولا امیرالمومنین.
Ve burada görüyorsunuz helikopterin
میتونه یک راه بسیار خوب امنی رو برای ترانزیت کالا برای
نظام هیچ خللی ایجاد نمیکنه. این حادثه سنگینیه برای همه ما، در حقیقت مورد تأسف و تأثر.
انشاءالله خود سربازان شهید سلیمانی این کار رو انجام خواهند داد.
helikopterin parçaları burada.
Debris and mangled metal can be seen wedged between trees at a site said to be the wreckage of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi's helicopter on Monday. The footage from a Turkish broadcaster showed parts of the destroyed aircraft in a misty forested area. Officials in state media on Monday said Raisi, a hardliner seen as a potential successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed along with 6 others aboard the helicopter after it crashed in poor weather in mountains near the Azerbaijan border. Supreme Leader Khamenei, who holds all...
This is CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta, and we're joining you live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Primetime Studio. First up, let's cut across to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's speaking to women, addressing women constituents, particularly in Varanasi, and making a connect with one of those vote banks, the new vote banks that has emerged as far as politics in India is concerned. Narendra Modi has definitely worked very hard to ensure that the woman vote bank comes towards him, and that is through very, very targeted schemes. But that has also led to the rise of a lot of women-centric schemes by opposition parties. These are visuals coming in of the Prime Minister's Sampark taking place with women. Let's go across to my colleague Aman, who's joining us with more. Aman, just give us a deeper understanding of this Nari Shakti Samvad that is going on.
See, when the Prime Minister had come